It was a moment that sent shockwaves across military circles worldwide. 2 U.S. aircraft operating in the skies over the Middle East found themselves targeted by Houthi forces on February 19, 2025. While skirmishes and proxy engagements with various insurgent groups in this volatile region have become unfortunately common in recent years, the audacity of the Houthis attempting to bring down not 1 but 2 U.S. fighter jets marked a significant escalation. Although both aircraft survived the ordeal, the incident has triggered new concerns about regional stability, the capabilities of insurgent groups, and the potential for the U.S. to alter its tactics in a conflict that remains both fluid and unpredictable. Before we dive deeper into the specifics of what happened on that fateful day, welcome to our channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing, leaving a like, and sharing your thoughts in the comments section below. Your support helps us continue bringing you in-depth military analysis and detailed insights from around the world. Make sure to stick around until the end of this video, because we'll explore the potential implications of this latest Houthi attack, the technological wizardry behind the U.S. jets' survival, and how Washington might respond now that manned aircraft have officially been fired upon. With that said, let's begin. The Houthis are a faction that emerged from northern Yemen, originally motivated by local grievances and a desire for political representation. Over time, and particularly since 2015, they've become notorious in global headlines for their clashes with various coalitions, including the Saudi-led campaign to restore Yemen's internationally recognized government. Their capacity to conduct asymmetrical warfare has grown exponentially due to external support, alleged stockpiling of advanced munitions, and improved technical know-how. However, the idea of the Houthis directly targeting a manned U.S. aircraft was something experts had deemed unlikely, at least until now. Historically, they've relied on ballistic missiles and drones to strike at air bases or shipping lanes, rather than risk openly engaging U.S. or allied fighter jets. Yet February 19, 2025 showed that their approach may be shifting, and their willingness to escalate could catch American forces off guard if not properly addressed. Sources indicate that 2 U.S. warplanes were on a routine patrol in international airspace near the Red Sea corridor, a hotbed of maritime and aerial tension. The U.S. aircraft involved were equipped with advanced radar, jamming pods, and a suite of defensive systems designed to nullify threats from surface-to-air missiles. Despite these defensive measures, the Houthis attempted to engage them, marking the first time that manned jets have been directly fired upon in this particular conflict. In this video, we aim to understand what truly happened in the skies that day. We'll delve into the specific electronic warfare suites on both U.S. jets, how these systems work together to defeat the threat, and the immediate and long-term responses that Washington might consider in the wake of this incident. To set the stage, we must begin with what U.S. forces have been doing in the region. For several months leading up to February 19th, American warships and aircraft have been operating around the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden to deter any spillover violence from Yemen's civil war and protect global shipping lanes vital for international trade. The Houthis, emboldened by previous missile attacks on Saudi targets and sporadic success in intercepting or harassing shipping vessels, have become more aggressive. Most analysts believed that while they had a growing arsenal of anti-ship missiles and drones, sophisticated anti-air capabilities were still beyond their standard reach. Shortly before the attempted shootdowns occurred, U.S. intelligence reportedly picked up chatter about a planned escalation by Houthi elements. Satellite imagery and electronic signals had revealed unusual activity around a known Houthi-controlled area, suspected of harboring weapons caches. Precisely what the Houthis intended to do remained unclear until the early hours of that fateful day. The 2 U.S. aircraft, part of a routine patrol flight, were scanning for maritime threats when they detected a surface-to-air missile system actively painting them on radar. The pilots radioed back to their command and prepared to take evasive action. What followed was an intense few minutes of countermeasures, jamming, and split-second decision-making that would determine not only the safety of those pilots, but also the direction of U.S. policy in Yemen moving forward. When it comes to modern aerial combat, stealth and raw firepower are only part of the story. Electronic warfare, jamming enemy radar, spoofing incoming missiles, and intercepting communications has become a crucial element of any advanced air force. In this encounter, the Houthis likely used either an improvised or covertly supplied surface-to-air missile system, potentially aided by advanced guidance electronics not typically seen in their arsenal. Based on the limited but credible information available, it appears the Houthis launched at least one surface-to-air missile, possibly two, from a mobile launcher hidden in mountainous terrain. The first missile was detected almost instantly by the lead aircraft's RWR. In response, the pilot initiated a series of sharp evasive maneuvers, dumping chaff while the aircraft's EW suite broadcast jamming signals. The second aircraft moved to provide electronic support. It engaged its own DRFM jammers to increase the confusion for enemy radar operators. The synergy between the two jets' EW systems likely created a chaotic picture on any monitoring screens below, making it incredibly difficult for the Houthis to maintain a lock. This dual-layered approach was not only about protecting each aircraft individually, but also about overwhelming the missile's guidance systems with conflicting signals. Within mere moments, ground spotters reported seeing at least one missile deviate off course. The second rocket, if launched, never found its mark either, likely fooled by the flares or jammed beyond the point of effective guidance. The altitude and speed of the jets also served to limit the missile's effectiveness, especially if they were older models or crudely modified to strike higher flying targets. In the aftermath, both aircraft completed their mission objectives, maintained control of the aerial space, and returned safely to a nearby base. Damage assessments indicate there was no physical impact or near hit that could have endangered the pilots. Nonetheless, the fact that the Houthis felt emboldened to attempt an attack on manned U.S. aircraft points to a new, more dangerous chapter in this ongoing conflict. In the hours and days following the attempted shootdowns, U.S. Central Command released statements condemning the attack as a provocative act that demonstrated the Houthis' disregard for international norms. Military analysts speculated that the U.S. might respond with targeted airstrikes against known Houthi missile sites or command and control centers. Reports of increased reconnaissance flights and satellite surveillance in the region suggested that a retaliatory strike could be imminent. At the diplomatic level, American officials have reiterated their commitment to preventing the Houthis from gaining access to advanced weaponry. International pressure may mount on nations accused of providing technological assistance to the group. Moreover, the U.S. Navy and other coalition partners in the Red Sea might intensify patrols, seeking to intercept any potential arms shipments before they reach Houthi-controlled ports. But while an immediate forceful response might seem inevitable, internal debate likely rages within the Pentagon and the White House over escalation. Any strong action against Houthi targets could be interpreted by Iran or other regional stakeholders as an aggressive shift in U.S. policy, risking broader conflict. Yet doing nothing would invite further testing of American resolve. The balance between deterrence and escalation remains razor thin. By all accounts, this incident marks the first time Houthis have explicitly targeted a manned U.S. aircraft in open conflict. Even if the missiles never came close to striking their targets, the very act sends a clear message. The Houthis are testing the boundaries of their capabilities and the limits of U.S. tolerance. If they manage to acquire or develop more advanced anti-air systems, future attempts could be more accurate and more threatening. Additionally, this occurrence may push the U.S. to reassess the readiness and complexity of its EW platforms. While these systems worked flawlessly on February 19, 2025, The landscape of electronic warfare is perpetually evolving. Adversaries are always adapting to jamming technologies and seeking ways to neutralize them. Continuous upgrades, training, and investment in R&D are essential to maintain the technological edge that saved these two U.S. jets. On the broader strategic front, Washington might opt to bolster its presence in the region, increasing joint exercises with allies like Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, or other coalition partners. Unified air defense drills and integrated command and control systems across allied nations could help prevent or mitigate future attempts on coalition aircraft. At the same time, a more muscular presence might provoke the Houthis or their backers to double down on asymmetrical tactics, risking an endless cycle of retaliation. Some might argue that since the missiles never actually hit their targets, this is a non-issue, just another close call in a region fraught with daily violence. However, the significance here goes beyond the immediate danger to U.S. pilots. The Houthis' decision to actively engage manned American fighter jets is a statement of intent. It serves as a stark reminder that insurgent groups, when equipped with even modest advancements in technology, can threaten some of the most sophisticated militaries in the world. Moreover, it highlights the importance of electronic warfare suites and pilot training in modern conflict scenarios. Had these jets been operating with outdated systems or less experienced crews, the outcome might have been radically different. This incident demonstrates that readiness, training, and technological superiority remain essential pillars of modern military operations. As the smoke clears and details slowly emerge, one thing is certain: the attempted shootdown on February 19, 2025 will reverberate through military and diplomatic channels for months to come. The Houthis, long perceived as a localized insurgent group, have once again made global headlines. Their willingness to aim missiles at U.S. pilots underscores the evolving nature of the conflict in Yemen and the Red Sea region. From the advanced EW suites that saved the pilots to the potential ramifications of a U.S. counterstrike, this incident is a microcosm of 21st century warfare, where advanced technology, insurgent innovation, and high-stakes geopolitics collide. Whether this marks the beginning of a more dangerous pattern or remains a singular event depends largely on the response of the international community, the U.S. military, and the Houthis themselves. Before you head off, we'd love to know your thoughts. Do you think this attack will fundamentally change how the U.S. operates in the region? Is a major response warranted, or should American forces maintain a more cautious approach to avoid spiraling tensions? Let us know in the comments below. Also, remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to drop a like if you found this analysis insightful. Your support is crucial in helping this channel grow and continue providing you with in-depth breakdowns of key military incidents worldwide. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.